UFC 311, the first pay-per-view card of the new year 2025, and already we are dealing with some tomfoolery right out of the gate. We have Islam Makhachev no longer getting the rematch against Arman Sarukian, as Arman has had to pull out with an injury, which I think is really just code for he could not make weight, because I don't know how you get injured when you were in the press conference, not even 12 hours from the time of this recording. So I'm guessing he wasn't making weight, which is what happens when, I guess, 50 days ago, you posted a video eating 2,000 hamburgers. So either way, our new main event will have Islam Makhachev taking on Renato Moicano with a little bit of shuffling of the main card. We're going to go through what I believe will be the main card, go over some betting picks, some predictions, and some breakdowns. So let's go and get right into it. For the main card, I think it's going to be shuffled up, or if I'm not mistaken, it looks like Almeida will be taking on Sergey Spivac as the curtain jerker for the pay-per-view. And this one, we're going to keep it simple with these betting odds by DraftKings. You're getting -7.5 for a spread as far as rounds and points if it goes to decision. I don't think it goes to decision. -470. If you're going to bet on that one, that's a safe bet. I don't think Spivak's going to get a surprise on that one. So go ahead and take Almeida if you must bet on that one. Next up, I believe after that, this is where we will see the rest of the pay-per-view card be underway. Kevin Holland taking on Reiner De Ritter. I really like Kevin Holland. I think these numbers are really close. I don't know if he gets it done necessarily. I think he's game in every single fight that he is in. He is a very, very good fighter. We all know, like, the trash talking, the run, always has something to say, but RDR is legit. The guy out of Dutch, 34 years old, 18-2 record as well. He has been absolutely cooking. He's big for the weight class at 6'4", and for 185, he's a big boy as well. He's outstanding. He's very good on the feet, very good on the ground. One of the incredible on the ground, honestly. I mean, I think most of his wins by submission, 13 if I'm not mistaken. Out of his 18 wins, 16 have been by finish. So we're not touching the point spread. We're going to take RDR in this one. I think he gets Holland to the ground and he finds a way to submit him. Holland, we know when he gets on the ground, can be a little susceptible to getting caught. So we'll take RDR here and we'll get him with the finish. So I don't know about with the rounds over under 2.5, but if you could find just RDR by finish, that's a good one to look at. But that -122 is a good line as well. Next up, Yuri Prohashka taking on Jamal Hill. I think everybody in the world is pulling for Yuri right now, especially the cool story about why he shaved his hair, donating $50,000 for cancer research. And then Jamal Hill's become public enemy number one, for better and for worse recently. That being said, we're taking Yuri Prohashka on this one to unfortunately not be able to quite get it done. I think Jamal Hill will find a way to get it done. It's tough because Yuri's coming off that really tough loss to Alex. Jamal has not won in a very long time since he beat Glover because he had the time off with the Achilles, coming back kind of quickly against Alex. Obviously, we know how that one went. I do think Jamal's a little bit more well-rounded. I think his defense is a little bit tighter. I think he'll find a way to get it done. I think he'll be able to control the distance with Yuri. Yuri, he says he's going to work on, hands up, more technically sound, as opposed to just vibes defense and blocking punches with his face. I have to see it to believe it, though. So we're going to take Jamal Hill. The -3.5, I don't really like the point spread necessarily here either, but we're going to go and just take him outright at -125. Next, we got the co-main event, Merab Dvalishvili. I can't ever say his name. Dvalishvili. Merab taking on Umar Nurmagomedov. This is surprising me. I know Umar is really, really good, very well-rounded, the striker of the group. That is kind of surprising. But seeing Merab as a +220 underdog as the champion after what we just saw him do against Sean O'Malley, we're running with this one. That +220, we're definitely taking that plus 5.5 spread, because I don't think this fight's going to go under 4.5. I think this one will go to decision. I don't see Umar stopping Merab, and I don't see Merab stopping Umar necessarily. I can see Merab bulldozing him, but Umar's not going to quit in there, and I don't think he's going to land that. He's not going to land that big shot to really change the trajectory of the fight. To beat Merab, you either have to out-grapple him, someone like Aljamain Sterling who can neutralize it all, or like Sean O'Malley, which I know we just saw that did not go that way whatsoever. But Sean's ability to change the complexion of the fight and the snap with one shot, I think is what you need to stop someone like Merab, who's going to be an absolute Terminator coming forward. Cardio is ridiculous. We saw a lot of good head movement, defense, kind of dancing on the outside to avoid engagements until he wanted to. So we're going to take Merab on this one. We're going to definitely hit that +5.5, but +220 as well. Umar is really awesome. I think he's a future champ. The number is crazy here at -270. That just feels almost ridiculous to me. He has one really good win on his resume against Corey Sandhagen, who was ranked number 2. That's awesome. That should get you up in here. But it's crazy to get the title fight when you fought 3 guys with a Wikipedia page. He's 18-0. He's awesome. I still think Merab gets it done. I do have a little bit of worry about him coming rehabbing off that injury, kind of coming in a little short notice, I think sooner than you'd like. However, I still think Merab's cardio, pace, wrestling, grappling, he'll find a way to control and get it to a decision, which will be within plus 5.5. So even if he lost 48-47 on all judges' scorecards, he covers. Or two of them can go 49-47, 46. Like there is some, 49-47, 48-47. You get my point. Like there's a little bit of leeway with the scorecards there. So we're going to take Merab for that plus 5.5 as well as plus 220. Then the main event now, Islam Makhachev taking on Renato Moicano, minus 800 for Islam, plus 550 for Moicano. I feel bad for Islam in the regards that he just can't seem to get a normal title defense. I mean, the first one, super fight with Volkanovski, fought the smaller guy. Second was supposed to be Charles. Charles pulls out. You get short notice Volkanovski. You do get Dustin Poirier. That was a good one. Although it should have been Justin Gaethje, but then Gaethje with the fight against Holloway, Dustin kind of slid in. And then here you're supposed to get Arman, who a lot of people, I think, thought he had a really game chance here. And now on 24 hours notice, you're shifting opponents to Moicano, who he's going to be ready to go because he was ready to fight on this card against Beneil Dariush. That being said, unless he lands a big shot early or he catches a random guillotine or he finds something big early, just maybe think Sean Strickland Izzy where he landed that big shot early and was able to just basically run the show from there. I don't see many options for Moicano to win. I think Islam's going to pressure him. As soon as it gets even remotely uncomfy or he gets the distance, he's going to get a hold of him. He'll get him down, finish it on the ground. Islam under 4.5 rounds, I believe. Definitely if you can get Islam by decision. They don't have the rest of the numbers yet because this just kind of happened not that long ago, so they're probably still getting the odds. But that minus 800 is almost not even worth betting because it feels all but locked in. So look for any of those like interesting what are we looking for? Like props. Like look for the spread when that comes out too. So we're taking Islam Makhachev to win this one and see if you can get some cool props with them. But those are my predictions for the main card, for the winners, as well as the bets I'm looking at. Go and let us know down below what bets you are feeling with UFC 311, the newly shuffled up main event and the main card. We will see you all again next time.